Imagine it is a perfectly normal, boring Tuesday afternoon in your average bustling city. But at exactly noon, a magical, unexplained cosmic glitch occurs across the entire universe. In the blink of an eye, every single woman on the face of the earth completely vanishes into thin air. At first, there is massive global panic and confusion as billions of text messages are left unread. But after the dust settles, the remaining population of 4 billion men look around and realize they are completely alone. A collective realization washes over the planet. Nobody is ever going to yell at them for leaving their socks on the floor ever again. Psychologists predict that the first 6 months of this new world would be an absolute, unhinged golden age of pure relaxation. The incredibly complex, stressful world of dating and relationship drama instantly drops to absolute zero. There is no jealousy, no analyzing cryptic text messages, and absolutely zero argument about where to eat dinner. Because there are no women left to impress, the traditional pressures of toxic masculinity completely evaporate overnight. Men just embrace the ultimate bro-mance and stop trying to act tough all the time. Guys who used to fight at bars are now holding hands, drinking endless supplies of beer, and playing video games together for 14 hours straight. But this glorious, stress-free utopia cannot last forever. By the end of the first year, the global frat house runs into its first massive roadblock, the total collapse of basic hygiene. Without the balancing energy of the opposite sex, bachelor pads devolve into terrifying biohazard zones of empty boxes and unwashed laundry. Furthermore, while men dominate industries like construction and engineering, the sudden disappearance of women completely cripples the medical field, education, and human resources. Half the global workforce is completely gone, and the bros have absolutely no idea how to run the HR department or manage hospitals. But the messy kitchens and broken hospitals are nothing compared to the true, horrifying biological reality that finally hits the global consciousness. Without women, there is no biological reproduction, meaning human birth rates have officially flatlined to zero. The youngest people on the planet are the baby boys who are born on the exact day of the disappearance. There will never, ever be another human child born again. Humanity has suddenly been given a hard, non-negotiable expiration date. The global frat house realizes they have exactly 70 to 80 years before the entire human race completely dies out from old age. Complete panic sets in, and every single government immediately stops caring about money, politics, or borders. The entire GDP of the planet is aggressively poured into one single, desperate goal to save the species. They try to invent artificial wombs and human cloning technology using whatever duct tape science they can put together before the clock runs out. But biology is incredibly complex, and despite all the money in the world, the science completely fails to replicate the miracle of life. Fast forward 50 years into the future, and the world is incredibly quiet. The population has shrunk from 4 billion down to a few thousand very, very old bros. The endless video games and unlimited beer got boring decades ago. They finally realized that the frat house wasn't actually that great without someone to share the world with. They realized that the balance of the universe, the masculine and the feminine, was actually the entire point of life. Without that balance, a world of just men doesn't build a new future. It just sadly plays out the clock until the ultimate game over screen flashes across the sky, ending the human race forever. So the next time you get mad about relationship drama, just remember it is literally the only thing keeping the human race alive. Smash that subscribe button right now before the timer runs out on humanity.